yo, it's the one, the only Coach Flo back at it again. And we are on a new episode of Generational Investor. I'm glad you tapped in. If you are new to the channel, hit that thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and just got one question for you. Do you need money? Are you looking to save money? All right, so this is the episode for you. Okay, it's one thing to invest, is one thing to save. Well, today I'm gonna give you some practical stuff that you can start going into the 2025 year. If you say, hey, Coach Flo, I need help on budgeting better. I need help on saving better. I need help on money management better. This is one for you. Hey, all right. So without further ado, we're looking to save 500, if not more, but 500 a month. Okay. Doing these practical steps, you should save about 500, if not more. All right. So the first one, we're going to talk about budgeting. All right. Budgeting. I know that in our world today, we are so bogged down with consumption. Consume, buy this, buy that. Purchase this new phone, purchase these new shoes, purchase that new purse, purchase a house, purchase a car. Okay, so we just need to dial it back. Let's dial it back. All right, so number one is budgeting. Okay, figure out your after-tax income. So whatever that you make, you need to have a pen, a pad, and writing these things down. That's the first step. Figure out after taxes, how much are you bringing home? Okay. Number two, choose a budgeting system. Okay. The system to consider, you have the envelope system, you have the 50, 30, 20. Okay. 50, 30, 20. All right. And I'm gonna break this down. 50%, allow up to 50% of your income for needs. That's right. Needs. We'll get to wants in a second, but we're talking about needs. This includes groceries, housing, basic utilities. Talking about the lights, water, okay. In some cases, some people, Wi-Fi, internet, transportation, insurance, minimum loan credit card payments. We know that this is the holidays, as we getting closer to Christmas. So a lot of people are be using credit cards to purchase things. Childcare. You have kids or a kid, you have to factor that in. And that's can be really one of the highest expense besides groceries is childcare. Other expenses you need so you can work. So that can be gas, that can be all type of miscellaneous things that you need for, depending on what type of job you have. You got to factor that in. Okay. So, which leaves us with 30%, okay, the 30% of your income. This is for your wants. Some people can, some people can't. Everybody's situation is different. Dining out, gifts, travel, entertainment. So that's 30%. So you factor that, get that 50 out the way. You already know that's a necessity. That ain't no want. It's like you got to have a roof, you got to have clothes, you got to have food. Okay. In some cases, depending on what state, what city, you got to have transportation. So this leaves with your wants, 30%. Okay. So you like going out, if you like traveling, you like going to concerts, if you like going to movies, you like going to any type of leisure, that's 30%. Then we commit yourself to 20%. Okay. 20% of your income to saving and debt pay down. Okay. Use this money as all right. So you have to factor that 20% in. So just being committed. All right. This is the 50, 30, 20. All right. So you got that system, you got the envelope system. It's so many other systems that you can implement in just budgeting. Okay. So that's the key. That's the first one. You got to get to budgeting. Every company, every business to do it. They have different monthly meetings. They have quarterly meetings, annual meetings. All these meetings, they are working on budgeting. So I suggest you going into 2025, start with a budget if you haven't got to a budget. Moving on to the second point. My second point is use money as a tool, not a goal. Okay. This is, as we get into 2025, think about what you want to accomplish with your money. Okay. Think about what you want to accomplish with your money. how much you want to save next year. How much, and I'm talking about not just save, but how much you want to save for a vacation. For those who haven't been on vacation a while because they've been busting their tail, working a 9 to 5, just things been coming up, carbon breaking down, all different type of bills and piling up, medical bills, credit card bills. So next year, think about how much you want to save, how much you want to make, how much do you plan besides vacationing, how much you plan to set aside for your kids' savings account, college fund. Okay, so think about these things as we go into 2025. Moving on to my third point, you are your greatest asset. Okay, so I'm a firm believer in investing in yourself. All right, invest in yourself. What does that look like, Coach Flo? I'm glad you asked. Okay, make sure you have good health. Okay, can't put a price on health. Okay, gotta have good health. And when I'm talking about health, the disability, the life insurance, okay, just those things right there, it's priceless. Your health, your mental, your physical, your spiritual, that has to be the top priority as we go into 2025. So if you want to lose weight, you're looking to just shake off negative, toxic thoughts, you're looking to go to counseling, looking to start going to church, praying more, all that, gotta factor that in because you are your greatest asset. Okay, if you are no good, how can you help somebody else? How can you be a service to someone else when you're not in all shape, form, or fashion? I mean, all across the board. Like I said, mental, spiritual, physical, gotta put that into play. And that's what I'm looking to do in 2025 as myself, to continue to better and grow myself. We're gonna move on to my fourth point. Time is on your side. So there's no better time than now. Okay, some people might say, well, I'm 40 years old or I'm 50 years old. There's no better time than now to start. Okay, we got to start somewhere. All right. And if you're younger than 30, you in your 20s, if you're in your teens, you really have time to start to budget. You really have time to start to invest. You really have time to start to save. All right. And the more you put that discipline into practice, you're going to be better off 5-10 years from now, okay, 20 years from now, because you started. All right, that's the key word. Just start. Time is on your best side. So prime example, you can take that same $50 or $100, whatever you can afford. If you save or invest now, you're going to have money that grows over time. They call that compound interest. All right, and it's going to grow lump sums. All right, over time. But you got to start. Moving on to my fifth point. Compare the benefits as well as your salary, okay, depending on what type of job you or a job field. All right, you got to do your research on the health, the dental, life insurance, all that. You have to research and do your due diligence, do your homework when you comparing these benefits. Every job has their pros and cons and whatever field that is. So consider that. Be looking to save up. All right, remember, we looking to save up here and free up some money in our pocket. That's the key. Moving on to number 6, use social media wisely. Okay, use it wisely. Make sure that any source that you are listening to, that they have credible. Okay, they have some type of cred. They're not just giving you misinformation, because there's a lot of things out here on these social media platforms, the TikToks, the Instagrams, Facebooks, and YouTube, different ads. They're trying to just sell you things, and it's not correct information. That's why I always say, do your due diligence, do your homework, do your research. When you're listening to these influencers, you listen to all type of just content, all right? That's important to just use the information that you get and see how it apply and what does it apply to, because 9 times out of 10, it can be some truth in information, but also a lot of people out here trying to get money. All right, they're trying to sell you stuff and got a lot of scams, and it's just, that's where you just have to use it wisely. And then overall, number 7, take responsibility for your retirement. There's not up to your parents. It's not up to your friends. It's not up to your neighbors. It is not up to your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband. It is up to you to take responsibility for your retirement. All right. Research these traditional IRAs. The Roth IRA, it's the 401ks. Okay. All these retirement accounts they have out here, but you have to do what's best for you. All right. Not what's best for them, what's best for you. All right. So there's no better time than to start now. As we get closer and closer to 2025, which I'm excited for, it's so much money to be made in 2025. And I want each and every one to be a part of this life-changing opportunities, but we got to start budgeting. All right. I'm gonna get to my next episode on investing stocks, the hot stocks, because these stocks have been hot and they're gonna continue to be hot. I got some crypto episodes I'm gonna continue to work on, and you know how I feel about passive side hustles. That's coming down. I've been really working. I'm gonna keep working to continue to grow the platform, because 1,000+ I do believe. If you want to be the next generational investor, hit that thumbs up, hit the like, hit that notification bell. All right, because I got more fire on the way. Appreciate it. See you in the next one.